Hello, thanks for being here. Success Story Saturday, October 14th, 2017. Steve Sipress here. It'll be short and sweet. First, we have the rhino of the day. It's this little blue rubber rhino, kind of twisty and bendy and made of rubber and not very high tech. And the subject of today's Success Story Saturday is one of the the 1980s, a technology entrepreneur. And he was one of the first ones, named Adam Osborne. He was one of the first ones to think about computers in terms of the general public. Up until then, pretty much everyone was thinking about computers were only used by tech geeks and big companies. And Adam Osborne was one of the first ones to recognize that, hey, everyday people might want to start using computers. He did. He owned several businesses, all based on that principle. So one thing, he's credited with creating the very first laptop or portable computer. Weighed about 25 pounds. Not sure lots of people put it on their lap, but it was designed to fit under the seat in front of you on an airplane. So it was a small, compact computer, and folded out. The keyboard was on the cover of it, and then you could put the floppy disks and whatever. It was one of the first computers that came with software. See, because Adam Osborne was thinking about consumers and not just tech geeks that would already have software and be able to put on their operating systems and do whatever. It came with an operating system, came with spreadsheet software, came with word processing software, just basic stuff like we use today, like Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, and Windows or something, came with it. It was selling thousands of these a month, and that's when the world started to take notice, and other entrepreneurs and inventors and tech people started to take notice. Hey, I guess consumers might want to use computers. What do you know? That computer was also priced about half the price of comparable powered and sized computers. Well, there isn't anything really that small, but it was about half the price of anything comparable. Again, thinking about the consumer. Adam Osborne started another company which was all about publishing computer manuals. Easy to read in English computer manuals. Again, that you didn't have to be a tech genius to understand things, and that company produced dozens of easy to read consumer thinking, the WOW strategy, thinking about the who, the target market, the regular old consumer reading tech manuals. Another company that Adam Osborne founded was all about creating software and low-priced software. All the software was always complex, very expensive, and Adam Osborne was one of the first ones, if not the first one, to start creating really low-priced software. Now, unfortunately, ran a little afoul of the law, and the company went bankrupt when he based his low-priced spreadsheet software too much on Lotus 1-2-3, if you remember back in those days. And the court found that, in fact, it was too close and too much of a copy, infringed on the patent. What company went bankrupt. So his company's also, and famously, he's known for the Osborne effect, because he was marketing his Osborne computer, and at the time when it was at the peak of sales and shipping thousands of units a month, he came out and started promoting and hinted, hey, I'm working on 2 more even better computers. We're gonna, nowadays it's like the iPhone is coming out with version iPhone, whatever the next one is. The iPhone 8 is out, so I guess iPhone 9 is next. So Apple would be saying, hey, the iPhone 9 is coming next. Well, when Adam Osborne did this, unfortunately, back in the early 80s, sales of his first computer pretty much stopped almost instantly, because everyone was like, oh, we'll just wait for the next one that he says is going to be even better. So, ouch, they weren't used to this whole launching, warming up the market, always promoting the next newest thing that's coming, thing that's now, of course, normal in the tech world. It's, nobody even buys a piece of software or hardware nowadays without thinking, when is the 2.0? When's the next version coming? It stopped us from buying it. But back then, it stopped everyone from buying these computers. And as the story goes, he had tons of inventory because they're shipping thousands of units a month. So I got all this, I hate to laugh. It's unfortunate. He's got all this inventory, and it just sat there, and Company went out of business. Now, being the entrepreneur that he was, Adam Osborne wrote a book, something like called like The Rise and Fall of the Osborne Computer Company, something like that. So true entrepreneur, ups, downs, rise, fall, start a company. Oh, that one goes bankrupt, start another company, start another one, and really adhering to the WOW strategy decades before I came out and invented it and created it, because I didn't create it out of thin air. See, I took it out of time-tested, proven principles, and I put them all together. And Adam Osborne, what he did is an excellent example of one of the first computer technology experts, entrepreneurs, to look at computing from a different who, not from the big company perspective or the tech geek at the big company perspective, but from somebody like me or you, the average consumer or small business owner who might want to have a computer. So he created the first portable computer, and he created low-price software when everyone else kept raising the prices. He was lowering them, and he started an entire publishing company to publish manuals easy to read. You could read them in English, and a person like me could actually read something. So all hail Adam Osborne. Then, of course, unfortunately, he's known for the Osborne effect, which is when you promote the next thing coming out, that could kill the sales of the current thing. So you got to do it right. Okay, so everyone knows this launching and this, hey, the next thing is coming works, but take it with a grain of salt and take it from the experience of Adam Osborne that you do not want to do things incorrectly and have the Osborne effect take its toll on you and your business. So that's it for Success Stories Saturday. Thanks for being here today. Oh, who's here? Donna's here and Rich is here. Great seeing you. I know Rich is watching the game, have it on pause, going back over to the Dodgers-Cubbies game. So don't ruin it for me. I'm like, one batter behind. Thanks for all the likes that are coming across. And I will be back here tomorrow just to check in. Speaking of technology, see, the reason, I forgot to share, the reason I brought up this Adam Osborne, this technology stuff, is because this has been, if you've been following me, Technology Upgrade Week in the Sipress household. So we doubled the speed of our internet and then got a state-of-the-art modem that's like 3 times the size of the modem I had and does all kinds of things. It's faster and better and whatever. Then I got a landline from my office here and replaced the VoIP that was sketchy with the bad internet connection. So now I really shored up the phone line to do interviews. I do a lot of interviews, and doing them over a VoIP with a sketchy internet connection was a mess. Always dropping the calls, and if you watch my videos or you listen to my interviews, you hear them go in and out sometimes. So now I got a landline, and then it still was sketchy and not working great, even with the new modem and the new internet. So I called the installer, who gave me a cell phone, very nice, and I said, hey, what's going on? And he said, dude, think about it. If the phone is still sketchy, even with the incredible modem and the incredible 300 speed whatever internet you got now, could be the phone. And I'm like, good point. The phone is 15 years old. So got the new phone that arrived today from the Amazon, and so I'll be putting that into use tomorrow. Also, got my new iPad and got that thing going, and I actually did my first Facebook Live yesterday on the iPad, the first one I haven't had to be in front of the laptop computer here. So I'll be doing more of those. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it on the iPad again. And so as I travel and around and do all kinds of interesting stuff, I'll share that with you. My beautiful wife Michelle and I made 2 trips to 2 different places to check out new phones, new cell phones, and we're just outraged at the cost of these things. They want like the minimum, like phones like $700 or something. Like, what do you, come on now, it's crazy. And one place was giving us a buy one, get one free. It's still $350 for a phone. I don't even use the thing like my beautiful wife Michelle does, and I want to start using it, so I think we'll break down and get it. But I was like, no. So, but we will. I think tomorrow we'll get new cell phones. That'll continue the technology upgrade. And I also got my new laptop computer that arrived from the UPS guy, also from Amazon. And so, or this one from eBay, I don't know, whatever, Amazon, eBay. And I will be having a nice, frustrating, crazy day tomorrow on what is supposed to be Sunday fun day. It'll be Sunday frustrating day for me tomorrow because I'm going to be moving everything over from this current laptop to the new one, because this laptop is giving me all kinds of trouble, and like one of the keys on the mouse pad thing doesn't work, and where I'm like, you know what, we're upgrading all the technology, get the new laptop. And by the way, this is the first brand new laptop I've ever bought. I've always gotten them used for like $200-300, and I'm like, maybe that's why after a couple of years they start messing up. So this is the first time I got a brand new laptop, and they were pretty reasonable in price. They used to be, I think they were all like $3,000. Like, yeah, this was pretty reasonable, and I think it's because of these cell phones now or iPads or whatever. People aren't using computers as much anymore, so maybe computers come down in price. But anyway, on that tomorrow. I spent today getting things ready, getting all the files ready, and getting all the software and figuring out what I need, making all the lists and getting all the where it is. And tomorrow I'll be setting up the new computer, and I think we'll be going out and getting the new iPhones. And then the week of massive technology upgrade here in the Sipress household will be complete. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. Janet is here as well. And Rich, you're headed up to Chicago next week? Really? You're not suddenly a Cubbies fan, are you? Like, well, if you head out to LA, you'll be out this way. But okay. Wrigley Field, the most decrepit, ridiculous, horrible ballpark to either play in or be a player in. Their locker rooms, they complain they're horrible. The press rooms, they complain they're horrible. The stands are horrible. Everything's horrible. Oh, but it's a historic, like, yeah, you want a historical museum. You want to watch a game, like, oh, have fun in Wrigley Field. If you've never been there, it is historic and enjoy that part of it. But, man, what a dreadful place to have to spend what apparently with these playoff games is like 5 hours. And they have to have 15 pitchers in every game and throw and they have 18 million instant replay checks, and you're going to be there till 2 in the morning. But anyway, that sounds like enjoy, and thanks to everyone being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. Over and out.